Welcome to Embark True North. Thank you for joining us today as we share some wisdom from the great mystic, Neville Goddard. If this content resonates with you, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more enlightening content like this. When we grapple with the idea of belief in a world that seems to defy the very things we wish to achieve, we often find ourselves in a conflict between what reason tells us and what our heart desires. It is a paradoxical struggle, and Neville Goddard's teachings offer profound insights into navigating this inner conflict. Goddard, a mystic and spiritual teacher, believed that our consciousness shapes our reality, and his teachings provide a roadmap to believing in the unseen, even when reason denies it. Imagine, for a moment, that your life is a canvas. The reality you see is the result of the images you've painted upon it, consciously or unconsciously. Neville Goddard taught that our external reality is a reflection of our internal state, which means that our beliefs, feelings, and imaginations have the power to mold our experiences. To believe when reason denies is to understand this fundamental principle and apply it, even in the face of seeming contradictions. To begin with, it is essential to recognize that belief is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is not about convincing yourself of something through logical argument alone, but rather immersing yourself in a state of feeling and conviction. Goddard emphasized that belief is an emotional experience, a deeply felt certainty that transcends logical reasoning. When reason denies, it often does so based on past evidence and established patterns. However, the power of belief, according to Goddard, lies in its ability to transcend these patterns and create new ones. Consider the concept of living in the end, a core teaching of Goddard's philosophy. This idea is about assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Instead of focusing on the current reality that seems to contradict your desires, you immerse yourself in the feeling of having already achieved what you wish for. For instance, if you desire financial abundance, instead of dwelling on the lack or obstacles, you live in the feeling of already being financially secure. This feeling is not just a mental construct but an emotional experience that aligns with the reality you wish to create. When reason denies, it often points to the evidence of your senses, which reflect the present state of affairs. Goddard taught that true change comes from beyond the senses, from the realm of imagination and feeling. This means that even when everything around you suggests otherwise, you must hold steadfast to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The sensory evidence is not the ultimate reality but a reflection of the beliefs you have held in the past. By changing your internal state, you begin to shift the external reality. One practical way to apply this teaching is through the technique of revision. Revision involves mentally rewriting past events to align with your desired reality. If past experiences are causing you to doubt your ability to achieve your desires, you can use revision to change how you perceive those events. For example, if a past failure in a business venture is making you doubt your future success, you can mentally revise that experience to be one of triumph and learning. By doing so, you alter your internal narrative, which in turn impacts your future experiences. Goddard also taught the importance of persistent feeling. It is not enough to briefly entertain a desire or to make a passing effort to believe. Persistent feeling means continually maintaining the emotional state of having what you want, despite contrary evidence. This requires discipline and dedication. It's about consistently returning to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, allowing it to become your dominant state of consciousness. The persistence of this feeling will eventually alter your external circumstances, aligning them with your new internal reality. Another key aspect of Goddard's teachings is the idea of imagination as a creative force. Imagination is not a frivolous activity but a powerful tool for shaping reality. Goddard encouraged his followers to use their imagination to vividly envision their desires as already fulfilled. This involves not just visualizing the end result but immersing yourself in the sensory details of that fulfillment. Feel the emotions, hear the sounds, and see the sights of your desired reality as if they were happening now. This immersion in the imagination creates a strong emotional charge that influences your subconscious mind and aligns your reality with your desires. When reason denies, it often stems from a place of skepticism or doubt. Goddard's teaching suggests that these doubts are rooted in the past and present sensory evidence, not in the infinite potential of the human imagination. By focusing on the imaginative experiences of success and fulfillment, you bypass the logical objections of the mind and align with a higher creative power. This shift in focus from doubt to imagination is crucial for manifesting change. It is also important to address the concept of faith, which Goddard equated with feeling. Faith, in this context, is not about believing in something outside of yourself but about trusting in the power of your own consciousness and imagination. When reason denies, it is often because faith is lacking. To strengthen faith, Goddard suggested building a strong internal conviction through repeated practice of imagining and feeling your desires as already fulfilled. Goddard also spoke about the role of prayer in this process. Prayer, according to his teachings, is not about asking for something from an external deity but about aligning your own consciousness with your desired state. When you pray, you are essentially affirming and feeling the reality of what you wish to experience. This alignment through prayer reinforces the belief and emotional state necessary for manifestation. It becomes a daily practice of immersing yourself in the feeling of your desires as if they are already realized. In practical terms, this means integrating these practices into your daily routine. Begin each day by setting aside time to mentally enter the state of your wish fulfilled. Use this time to vividly imagine and feel the reality you desire. Throughout the day, maintain a conscious awareness of your emotional state, ensuring that it aligns with your desired outcomes. When doubts arise, reaffirm your belief by returning to the imaginative and emotional practices that align with your goals. In essence, Neville Goddard's teachings offer a powerful framework for believing in the face of reason's denial. They invite us to transcend the limitations of sensory evidence and past experiences by immersing ourselves in the emotional and imaginative reality of our desires. By living in the end, practicing revision, persisting in feeling, and using imagination and prayer, we align our internal state with our desired reality. This alignment transforms our external world, demonstrating that belief is not constrained by reason but empowered by our deepest convictions and creative imagination. Through this process, we can learn to believe in the unseen and manifest the reality we truly wish to experience. Thanks again for joining us today. Please like, share, subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you never miss out on our latest content.